What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
What's something that's clearly a scam, but Americans have been conditioned to believe is normal?
Oh man, this is gonna get all you really big, tough football players a little angry, but I don't give a shit. If anyone from my hometown sees this, I'm mad at you because the football games here are trash. Everyone knows it. Everyone wants to go to the soccer games. Come on.
We do?
So people in America, they think that American football games have a great atmosphere. So you
It
know what?
does.
I'll give them benefit of the doubt. This is a college tailgate. It's pretty fun. This is inside the stadium. It's a lot of fans. A lot of fans. They look very, very, very good. They're rowdy. They're good. Okay, now compare and contrast, my friend. This is in Europe. This is football. This is football. This is the real sport that we know everyone else in the world loves, and you Americans, you shit on it. This was during a pandemic. Fires and flares outside the stadium. Look at this. This was before they were about to start the game. They had to cancel it because there were fires in the rafters.
They had to cancel the game because there was fire in the rafters.
They had to cancel the game because there was fire in the rafters. Just let that sizzle in your spirit a little bit.
See, we have watched some Ultra videos. We love the chants, you know.
Yeah.
The atmosphere seems a little scary sometimes. I don't know if I could bring my child to a game like that. I'm sorry. I'm going to take the family-friendly hot wings and the Cupid Shuffle outside.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the family-friendly atmosphere.
That sounds cool. That sounds awesome. You can't compare those two type of atmospheres at all. Obviously, the Ultras, they do a lot.
Y'all do it big.
Everything is fire and smoke, a lot of screaming. Y'all definitely go hard on these players. Y'all give them no breaks.
Yeah, no breaks.
But yeah, I feel like, our football is very, very nice. It's very uncomparable. I agree. You can't compare ourselves.
Yeah, it's two different cultures. It's okay.
100%. It's okay.
It's okay because, I respect people's culture.
Yeah.
Fire.
Canceling the whole game.
I would be looking at y'all the entire time instead of the game to make sure the fire don't come by my hair.
I'm saying, you got to think about what the players feel, though. Like, when the game get canceled.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody in the audience or the fans, everything's on fire.
No, but I do love, the support that the Ultras give.
Overflow. That cup is overflowing, as you can see.
But y'all be fighting and stuff, too.
Yeah, and this is not just on this is just not in the stadiums, y'all. This is after and before the games, too. Like, we walk through the gates and we sit down, a little music here as you're going through. But this is chanting, fire, screaming. It's going off. It's going
We burn
crazy.
down the stadium before the game even starts, and here, Brad and Chad are chugging beers. Come on.
I'm going to do this in one take, and I talk fast, so sorry if you can't keep up. You know the saying, you get what you pay for? That does not apply when it comes to U.S. healthcare. The U.S. spends twice as much money on healthcare than it does compared to other countries, but yet we have the lowest life expectancy compared to these other developed nations. We have the highest obesity rates, we have the highest maternal mortality, we have the highest disease burden, we have the highest hospitalizations, and we are not doing well. We are leading the world when it comes to COVID cases and deaths. Okay, so tell me why. Tell me why insurance companies have made over 20 billion in profits last year in 2019, and why the 8 top insurance company CEOs have combined salaries of over 140 million. Please someone explain this to me. Thank you.
I think you already got the picture, sister.
Yeah, now that's more like a scam. The other video before that was not a scam. That's just a compare contrast of how people operate when it comes to their love for sports. Yeah, but they milk because taxes be getting hit.
Child, the moment you sign in to the doctor.
Yeah.
Teaching kids to read starting in kindergarten or even sooner. Oh, the American education system does it all wrong, and other countries like Finland does it right. And hear me out on this one. You're going to want to hear, especially if you struggled learning how to read and then the American education system made you feel stupid. And I'm so sorry if that happened to you. Listen to this. Okay, so you have your left brain and your right brain, right? And then in the middle of that, there's this bundle of nerves, and that's called the corpus callosum. So the corpus callosum needs to be fully developed in order to learn how to read, because reading is a bilateral skill, which means your left brain and your right brain need to send signals to each other in order to learn how to read. So your corpus callosum is not fully developed until about the age of 7, depending on the child. And after that, you still need a year or 2 for your brain to be ready to learn how to read. So we're making a bunch of first graders feel stupid for not learning how to read when really their brain just isn't ready yet.
Living within our means. There is no such thing. Like, we say this, and I'm fully convinced that living within your means was created by rich people to trick poor people into believing that, like, if you live within your means, you wouldn't be any shit. Let's get real. When they say that, and then other people, like other poor people say this, and we say it against each other, it's like, but you didn't have $150,000 for your house. Like, that house is on loan. Like, you didn't have $150,000 to put down on said house. So you're not living within your means. There is no means. We're not living within it. Why have we been conditioned to believe this shit? Oh my fucking God. Also, sharp ass eyeliner. Bye.
That's funny.
Signing release waivers at gyms for memberships or CrossFits or anything along the lines like that of signing a waiver that if you get hurt, you can't sue us. Yeah, that's an invitation. That's not a directive. Just so you're aware. Whenever you actually sign your name on that, you truly are waiving your right to sue, which oddly enough, somehow magically is a right. So instead, just put respectfully declined. Most people don't even look at what you've signed anyway, and if something does happen to you and you sue, they're going to pull that waiver out and it's going to say declined. They're going to let you come to the gym anyway. It's not like they're going to give up a potential membership. You don't have to sign every contract just because it's put in front of you.
Nah, facts. I'm glad she said that. Same with the hospitals. When you walk in the door, you gotta start signing all this paperwork. You gotta give all your information, and most of the times you're agreeing to a lot of stuff that the doctor can do to you that you're not really paying attention to. And yeah, it's like anything happens to you, you gave consent.
Yeah. I remember I was getting some dental work done. I forgot exactly what it was. And I was like, what does this mean right here?
Yeah.
Why am I signing this portion? And they was like, oh, we could just edit it out. Please.
Saying though, like, yeah, you gotta read.
I'm not entirely convinced that Americans realise how much of a capitalist dystopian nightmare of a country they're living in. I've never been to America, I'm not American, but my best friend went to America and he came back and I was actually mind blown by what he told me. He was watching normal regular television, like normal cable, and he said the advertisements run through the programs, like they're at the bottom constantly, and he said that there's an advertisement like every 4 minutes or every 6 minutes, I don't know, something crazy. Like, he said even when the credits roll, there's an advertisement before the credits and then one again after the credits. What the fuck? What the fuck? Now I understand why Netflix became so popular. Fuck that shit.
Okay, but for that one, you all pay something like a TV license or something, right?
I believe so.
So that must take away y'all ads or something.
I remember someone in the comment section explaining that to us. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we've always
It was somebody from Germany moved to Florida, and it was talking about how they have to deal with ads. Back at home, they didn't have to deal with ads.
Right.
So yeah, you hit it in the right part.
Yeah, it's like a subscription or something that y'all pay yearly, something like that. But I mean, when you grew up with ads, it don't really bother you. Get up, go get you a drink of water.
Right.
Come back, it's on.
One, believing that you don't have a culture, because I can 100% confirm that Americans do have their own unique culture. And Americans, you also know it when you talk about the difference between the East Coast and the West Coast. Don't lie to me. I've met you. I've seen how you mock people from Minnesota. Do not tell me that people from Minnesota and people from Boston act the same, or you would say they were the same. Also cheddar, because the reason that American cheese is orange, so when cheese was being shipped from the New World to England, they wanted to be able to tell the difference between the cheeses, so they dyed American cheddar orange using carrots. But then because it had all that extra time to mature on the boat, it tasted a lot sharper and a lot better than English cheese. And so they thought, instead of that extra time it had, they thought it was because of the colour. And so that's why American cheddar cheese is orange.
If you know me at all, you know that I was a junior Olympic gymnast for
Bro,
9 years.
I was just saying, like, that's one of them conversations you walk into and you hear, and then it just curved. Like, whoa, what the heck? Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
When this happened?
When did that happen, right? Like, y'all knew that? Did you know that?
We were not taught that like that in those schools.
Man.
Unless you had a nutrition class.
about this. I don't know if it's the same in other countries, but it probably is. But American gymnasts have been conditioned to believe that it's normal to practice 16 to 30 hours a week from the age of 6, not do anything except for gymnastics. Grow to hate your friends because you're constantly put up against them. Actually have your ass slapped by grown-ass men when you do something correct. Like, I remember a time where I would, like, come off bars and, like, actually get my butt slapped because I had, like, just done a great routine, been told you're worthless and can do better, strive for perfection, and, like, actually get emotionally abused for not being able to do something. Like, I had shoulder issues. I had this thing called MDI, so I couldn't do a blind change, and they literally would not give me an alternative. So I was just never able to level up.
Why are we locking doors, and why is it dark in here? Shh! It's a lockdown drill. A what? Drill?
A lockdown.
We have to stay inside and lock the doors. Why? In case there's an active shooter on campus. I'm sorry, an active what? Active shooter. No, we're practicing. It's a drill. You guys need to practice? How often do you guys have shh? Okay, you said it was a drill. Come down. I'm sorry. Okay, how often do we have to practice this? Like, how often do we have shoot? I've never had to do this before. You never had to do an active shooter drill? No, bruh.
No, bruh.
There's war in your country.
We spoke on this. Yeah, it's a real thing. But we spoke on this coming up. We didn't have that. We had bomb threats.
Yeah.
And we had like hurricane drills.
We did have lockdown, but they never said anything about active shooter.
Nah.
It was lockdown for anything.
Yeah.
A big tax refund is actually a good thing when in reality that means that you overpaid the government. So now you're just getting that money back on an interest-free loan that you gave them throughout the entire working year. Thinking you're going to get a better deal from a dealership because you paid for a car cash. Buying a primary home because you think it's a good investment and you think that you're throwing your money away when you're renting. Believing that life insurance is too expensive but funeral costs are normal. Getting a small business loan to get your business off the ground is considered risky, but picking up a $45,000, even $50,000 school loan before the age of 21 is considered normal for a job that's not even guaranteed.
That's hard.
Like the whole thing, all of it. This whole thing that we're doing.
Everything.
It's the whole. It's this. All of it.
The traditional 9 to 5 40-hour work week. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's better than the 1890s when a full-time manufacturing employee used to work 100 hours a week. I mean, thank God for the Fair Labor Standards Act in 1938, because there's no way I was working 100 hours. But a 9 to 5 truly doesn't even fit the lifestyle of a lot of Americans, let alone the fact that it sucks away our most productive waking hours. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could utilize even a little bit of that time for our spouses, our loved ones, our friends, our children? Hear this out, guys. There was an experiment done in New Zealand where the participants worked 32-hour 4-day work weeks while receiving the pay for a full 5-day week. The participants experienced a 24% improvement in their work-life balance, and supervisors confirmed that their employees actually had more creativity and better attendance. Essentially, workers had to get more work done in less time. But interestingly enough, this led to them working smarter, not harder. It's 2021 now. Can we please just recognize that this is corporate America's way of just having a bunch of people burn out for their benefit?
Education is political. I swear to God, they're the only developed country that does this. And like, truly and honestly, hats off to the Republican Party for doing this, because it is kind of brilliant. By making all education a leftist or democratic agenda, they have gotten about half the country believing that all education and educated people and scholars and doctors and medicine is like a scam? Like a political scam? Like, why do they think they're in the position they're in when it comes to COVID? You've got 73 million people who don't believe in science because they've equated science with Democrats. Do you know how many Americans assume I'm a Democrat because I have a degree? I'm Canadian. That's a you problem. My premier of my province is conservative and wears a map. We don't have political parties here saying COVID's a hoax because science.
Okay, I've seen some other good stitches in this, but the correct answer.
Listen, if we will turn back the hands of time, go back to that time when everybody was putting on things on their face just to go in the grocery store, going up in there with ski masks, gas masks, Halloween costumes.
Basically.
Child, when we all was washing anything that came in the box, taking it out, That time was a hot mess.
It was, man. Yeah, like all of that. See.
Yes, let's not even talk about the TV, okay? Just with the Clorox. And child, y'all give me a headache.
Bro, when the Lysol was selling out and nobody was able to buy none.
The toilet paper.
The toilet paper was disappearing off the shelves. Either they stopped making them or people was literally buying them all out.
Child,
like we all up here stressing because we trying to clean the house to the most perfected way possible so no one gets sick. When we're really just filling our lungs up with more chemicals. I'm not going to talk about it. I ain't going to talk about it.
Answer is this fucking 8-inch gap in the stall doors in every public toilet in the entire country. This is not normal. Other countries don't do this. You don't have to have strangers walking by staring you directly in the eye while you're taking a shit. It's not normal. You don't have to do this. Some creepo, peeping Tom, psycho carpenter did this, and everyone just kept rolling with it, doing it over and over and over. Now we all just sit there, we stare at each other while we pee, while we shit. We just say, hi, what's up? What's going on? I'm American. I'm an idiot. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I think Bucky's the only location that got it right when it comes to bathroom stalls.
Yeah.
I think a scam that I have, grown to realize is the potato chips bags.
We've been
all that
saying
air in the potato chip bag, and I'm shaking it like, why is this bag of chips so bouncy? You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much space in there. And then they go back and tell you, how about you remember back in the day, 99-cent bag of chips, the little small bags, about 4 of those. But if you go back to buy a big bag of chips, it's about the same amount of chips you're getting for the same price, probably like a couple change difference. Scam.
But do you remember when they changed that? Like when the potato chip bag used to be full to the top. You remember that? And now it's full of air.
For the air.
I remember.
Man,
I remember those
I'd be
days.
mad, bro. I open the bag of chips. I'm right at the bottom.
Gotta buy two.
Gotta buy twice.
You're buying that air. All right, y'all. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.